Hey guys! So, as per the schedule, we continue today with the review of the infamous M18 Hellcat. This is a machine I was really afraid of, and judging by my history with fast, lightly armored vehicles, I fully expected to suck in it. And I did. But after going through the upgrade grind, I started to get a hang of it, and I actually got a little sad when I had to move on. You can really prey upon your opponents with this thing if you are clever about it. The legends are actually true this time. There is a main aspect of it, however, that truly shocked me, and that's the speed of this thing. And don't get me wrong here, I was shocked how slow it was after the T-67. I pretty much expected it to be Roadrunner with its arse on fire, and then I got into my first game, press forward, and thought to myself, what the heck? Not my actual words, by the way. Then I thought maybe it's because I'm running it with a stock engine and suspension, but it did not get much better after the upgrades either. Now, it's true that this thing can go insanely fast, but I did not think you need a whole runway to get to that speed. So careful thinking you will just zoom past everybody, but you will realize this after a few deaths anyway. Before looking into the numbers, here is just a quick reminder that you can skip ahead to the gameplay as usual, and I have this time some pretty sweet games prepared for you. Your timestamps await in the description below. With that settled, let's have a first look at how it compares against its predecessors. Being the top of the fast-paced segment of the American turreted TD line, it has the highest top speed of them all, but the T-67 beats it regarding acceleration hands down. At the same time, the Hellcat is much more forgiving, as it actually has some turret armor that can even bounce a shot every blue moon, and it is usually less prone to be one-shot territory like the T-67. It also has the best gun of the American Speedy Gonzales trio, as you get the 90mm M3 on it as its top gun. This is a great gun, and you can really rake up the damage with it under the right circumstances. So that sounds pretty sweet, doesn't it? Well, let's then have a look at its direct competition at Tier 6. Not surprisingly, it is the fastest, and taking the turret armor into account, it's not even the squishiest of the Tier 6 TDs, though it's pretty close. The gun itself is, again, typical American. No crazy features, but an overall very solid gun indeed, and a strong average in its tier. While some more penetration would be nice, it gets the job done, and you have in return a really great aiming time, so fair deal I guess. Until you want to take it into a face-to-face battle, you really stand up against competition. And what's even better, you stay relevant even in higher tier battles, and can be a real pain in the ass for the enemy team. But enough of the general praises, let's dig deeper and have a closer look at that 90mm gun. With the Hellcat, it's a straight upgrade line, so you definitely want to use this gun. You will have 160mm of penetration on it, which should be enough for the sides and rears of even the Tier 8s you might be facing, and you also get a very solid 240 average damage per shot. The base rate of fire is about 7 rounds per minute, and that's about 8.5 second reload time. And that's fine too, you would not want to stay in one place firing most of the time anyway. The cherry on the cake is however the aiming time at 1.7 seconds and the excellent accuracy of 0.35 meters, making this gun a joy to play, even if it falls behind on overall DPM compared to other Tier 6 TDs. Next up is the protection, and apart from the 550 hit points, which by the way are the lowest in its tier, we can surprisingly actually talk about armor values, at least on some parts of this machine. First of all, let's get it out of the way. Hide your hull at all costs whenever you can. With an all-around 12mm of armor, anybody who wants to will penetrate you. The upgraded turret is however more exciting. The front, together with your gun mantlet, is surprisingly tough, and going hull down is definitely advised when you can't avoid detection completely. It will actually bounce shots for you, as crazy as it sounds thinking back on the last two machines in this line. Another surprise is the beak at the rear of the turret, that has a crazy 127mm of armor on it. If you get around the Hellcat, shoot it anywhere but here. The sides and lower parts of the rear turret are then once again made out of paper. So that's a surprisingly large amount of armor in some places. But don't forget that at the end of the day you are still an open-top vehicle. HE shells and especially artillery will end your career really quickly if you are not careful. So lastly, let's have a look at mobility. Top speed and acceleration we did discuss already. There are however some skeletons in the closet yet. The hull traverse is pretty bad at only 30 degrees per second, so it pretty much turns like a turtle. And then we did not get even to the turret traverse yet. Do you think it was slow on the previous machines? Well, how about 16 degrees for you this time? Luckily, you should be used to the idea by now to turn your hull and turret at the same time, but still, that's amazingly bad. You are however compensated for this by a really good view range at 370 meters and an excellent signal range at 750 meters. The Hellcat can be a good spotter when looking for victims. Regarding equipment, I did use gunrummer, camo net and optics, but binos would work too. I really did not have the need for a gun laying drive this time, and vents are unfortunately not available here either. The rest I never found to be an exciting alternative. As for crew skills, 6 sense and camo are pretty much mandatory, and clutch braking would come handy too as well later. So how do you play the Hellcat? Well, the way I did it was snipe in the first part of the match, then go hunting. It is really fun to flank in this machine or to hunt down wounded, optimally one-shot enemy tanks. Just stay hidden and keep moving, always looking for an opportunity. Also, always get back to cover when you took your shot. There is absolutely no need to give any chance to the enemy to take you down. So after the shocking event of me praising something light and fast, let's jump into some games and show you exactly what I mean. Alright, so here we are in the Hellcat on Malinovka. It's an encounter match and we start from the northern position. It's a tier 7 match, but there are only 2 tier 7 vehicles in each team, so the Hellcat should be pretty powerful here. The matchmaking did it again. Pretty much all the good players are in my team, luckily this time. So T29 on the enemy team, which is one of the few good players on the enemy team, at least by statistics. Unfortunately bitch about it for some time in the chat, but we can just ignore him. So as we start from this position, I assume my sniping spot right here among the trees, because this will give me perfect opportunity to cover the middle, take shots on enemies like that very unfortunate T-150, who have been lit up by the enemy spawning position. Plus, I will have shots as well. Ah, such a pity. As I was saying, I will have shots as well on the enemies as well as they are advancing up to the hill. So this is a very strong position, and the enemy has only the Nashorn as a tank destroyer, so I should be fairly safe from snipers, and there is no artillery either. This really is a heavenly matchmaking. This was an unfortunate bounce. So if I get spotted, I just have to reverse a little bit just to the bottom of this little hill, and I should be fine. So pretty good. I don't know what our top tier heavies are doing, all hiding around the church. There is no artillery, guys, and there are no TDs either, so get your asses up the hill. So you see, even though our team has most of the good players, most of our top tier tanks, complete idiots. But this happens all the time to everybody, so there is no reason why we should complain about it. Instead, we can focus fire enemies who are kind enough to just go outside to the edge of the ridge. Idiots. Look at the slow turning speed of the turret. It's amazingly bad. Yeah. So little tip, guys, if you are going up the hill from the south, stick to the red line. Don't go out to the side, because this is what will happen. We are in a very comfortable position, taking shot after shot after shot into the advancing enemies, and we prioritize this T-29 who is on fire again. And there he goes. So that's the most dangerous tank gun. It's another good shot. I mean, there is pretty much no skill involved in this, but we can do shitloads of damage to the enemy guys, and they don't even see us. Someone was unfortunately faster there. And the game is pretty close. It's now 9-7. But look at the beating they did take. They got obliterated from here below. so let's wait. It seems we can now safely advance. Let's see if we can get this nashorn. Nope, too slow for that. So now it's hunting time. So that's what I usually do. First part of the match, sniping, and then it's casual hunting. And let's see if we can... Nope, that was the tracks. So no problem, our reload is quite alright. Second shot, a bounce. Bloody hell. Come on now. Okay, so this KV-13 is focusing on me, so come to the back. I don't repair it, as he switched fire. And luckily he turns back, and that was an unfortunate miss. It's a pretty accurate gun, but it will also misbehave from time to time like any other gun. I mean, come on. That should have been a hit. It's KV-13. He's definitely not giving up easily. But that's alright. Alright, time to advance. Catch up with the guys, as they will light up the enemies for us. We can just snipe from behind. There is no reason to go head to head with these guys. They are fast enough, so we can assume new optimal sniping positions like this one. Perfect side shot on the bloody KV-13. It's revenge time, brother. There we go. And we have the two leopards left. Who haven't been spotted for a while. So probably they are hiding at the other side of the map. And we are fast, so we might just catch them. Yep, there they are. Okay, well, they're a bit even too far for us. You have the potential speed of the Hellcat. And Achilles nails both of them. Good game by him. And by us too. So that was a fun one in the M18 Hellcat, with some textbook Malinovka encounter sniping. We did dish out over 2700 damage, while also taking down an unfortunate KV-85. Thankfully, we spread the love around evenly, so we got Confederate together with the high caliber award as well, and added on top a first class mastery badge. This was enough for a reward of almost 38,000 credits and about 1000 base XP. We also managed to score the most damage overall by a country mile, and we also came first by XP earned. Unfortunately, we did mess up some of the shots, so from the 23 rounds fired, only 16 hit the target, but from those, 12 did actually penetrate as well. But I think overall this is an alright match in the Tier 7 game. Now let's have a look at the second game, which turned out to be a fun one too. Alright, so another encounter match, but this time on mines. I know a lot of people dislike this map, but I actually like it. It can be quite fun, well, in a condensed kind of way. The matchmaking has been pretty good. I mean, both teams suck, looking at the stats. It's a Tier 6 match, and we are in an amazing Tier 6 tank destroyer, so it should be a lot of fun. If our team is kind enough and do us a favor and not die in the first 2 minutes of the game. So again, first part of the game, I plan to snipe, and then when enemies have been softened up a bit, I can go and hunt you. That was a good shot. And he's not moving back. Well, don't mind if I take my chances again. Idiot. He's not moving back. He's not tracked. It is so very focused. Oh, come on. Should have been a hit. Maybe sticking his arse out on the other side. Oh, that was unfortunate. The gun did misbehave a little bit. 0.35 accuracy is not bad, I can't really complain overall. And again, it does it again. Okay, so enemies in the open. We'll take a side shot on the air arm. I mean, you can just see enemies are super careless. Have to be careful when we are spotted. There are 3 artilleries on each side. So we don't want to get shot by that. Oh, so unfortunate. Really, HE shells and artillery are the bane of Hellcats. Aside of a Matilda, that's a good one. And we are losing 2-4, which is less than optimal, but it's still early. And we got another one. Yes! So that should help the guys. We really need to secure this flank, otherwise we will be attacked. Too many fronts. M40 was just spamming the map. Shut up, mate. Okay, what's the situation? So we have a lot of work to do. Seems no more shots from here. Yep, I think it's time to go. It's hunting time. Time to unleash the dogs. So first, I wanna secure the hill. It's quite important. I can take sneaky shots from there. On the right side is pretty clear now. Cromwell is still alive, on very low health. Hopefully the Firefly can take him out. And we need to clear this. Clear the hill. I think there is one Covenanter and maybe a KV-1 up here. Oh, there they are. Okay. So, side shot and fire. And there he goes. Excellent. There we go. Bye-bye, Mr. Covenanter. So that's better. Tides have turned. Now it's 9-6. So we are winning by 3. Marty is definitely onto us now. Can we get a side shot? Gun depression is not good enough here. And that was stupid. And oh, I didn't take this into consideration. That's not good. So Churchill was base camping the entire time. So we have to be really careful. And now we are in between, sandwiched. This is an awful position to be in. But luckily KV-85 is focusing on the on our VK. So we can try to take some shots at these guys. Come on. The Churchill needs to go. It's quite unfortunate. Now he's focusing on us. I stay up here way too long. Yep, and that is my punishment for that. Don't be still in front of the enemy in a Hellcat. It will never go well. Especially when he is focused already on the corner you are about to pop out. Alright, so the Churchill has taken some beating, but this doesn't look good. VK is under a lot of pressure, doesn't really have supporting fire from the guys. And yeah, that was a good one. And unfortunately VK is dead, so we need to go up. And of course, Churchill is right there. That's lucky. So we nearly avoid it. We should be in cover. And M40 over. Takes the KV-85 out, so that's good. However, now we have 3 artillery and the Churchill. So we are taking a position in the cab and hide behind this this house to be safe from artillery. And now it's the waiting time. Hopefully, 2 remaining artillery, well actually 3 remaining artillery will be able to take care of this threat. And we have another base camping T-34. So let's see who will be the first one to arrive. I fully expect the Churchill to come forward. And what do you think will happen? M44 does it again. Come on, mate. We know very well where they were. So, pretty stupid mistakes from my behalf. I should be on much higher health, and then I would be able to go hunting, but not this time. Not like this. And basically one-shot territory for anything, even splash damage would kill me. Oh, and there is the artillery. Not the Churchill. Ooh, there is the other one. Can we get him? Can we get him? We are reloaded. Is he really? Yup! And there is the Churchill. So, Churchill was true gentleman and let the arties engage me first. And now it's the cat and mouse game. Take one good shot. Okay, there we go. And here I completely lose my brain. He knows very well where I'm going, and I stick my arse out in front of him. So unbelievably stupid. I was so angry with myself, and with good reason. I mean, 24 health should have been an easy kill for a Hellcat. But this happens when you don't utilize the strengths of your vehicle. And lesson learned, that's for sure. T-34, I have no idea what he was doing, but luckily M37 did finish off the Churchill, so now it's only the Grille who is left. So where will that guy be? Well, this should be fairly easy now, but we have seen some crazy shit going down in the games. So we can't rest assured until we see that Grille explode in a ball of fire. E-34, I don't know why he's not hunting the Arty down. It's actually the M37 who is going to spot Arty. That's tier games for you. Yeah, let's say low tier games, mid tier games. Yes, crazy shit happens in high tier games just as much. Oh, there is the Grille on exactly 2 HP. Alright guys, come on T-34. Take your brave pills. Unbelievable. Ladies and gentlemen, fight of the Titans. Finally. And by the way, M44 doesn't move either, although he really doesn't have a shot. And T-34 going up against the Grille now that we know he's there from the front and he's behind cover. That's risky. And he's staying still in front of him, taking shots. And finally, finally it nails him. Oh my god. So this was a lot of fun, even if the ending was a little bit more tense than it should have been. But luckily, we pulled it off in the end, so no complaints. We did about 2600 damage at this time and scored 3 kills. And for that, we have been again awarded with Confederate, a high caliber and first class mastery badge. This was enough to earn 39,000 credits and over 1000 base XP. Once again we managed to end the match in the first place by damage done and XP earned, and this time we did even tie for the first place by the number of kills. Thankfully, our aiming was a lot better this time, and from the 18 shots fired, 15 actually hit as well, and from those 12 penetrated, so that's more like it. And even better, we actually managed to bounce a shot somewhere during the game, which is great. So that was it for this little review, guys, about the Hellcat. I hope you did like it, and if you did not play it for some time now, dust it off in the garage and take it out for a spin. You won't regret it. Tomorrow we will finish the week by looking at the Hellcat's lesser-known cousin, the M36 Jackson, aka the Slugger. And as by now probably you want to take a break from the American TDs, next week I plan to do a lot of the other stuff. New episodes from the LOL compilations and the map guide series are coming your way, and I will also do a review on the M44 Tier 6 artillery for sure. The rest is a surprise, but there are some good ones coming up soon, that's for sure. Take care guys, and I hope to see you soon in one of the next videos.